Hey, sports fans, this is Robert with WTP Sports News, here live for another edition of Across the Board, where tonight we're going to be talking about the race to the NFL playoffs, also some early NBA action. I'm here tonight with my man, Post Game of the Post Game 86 podcast. How you feeling, Post Game?
Feeling good. How you doing, Rob?
I'm pretty good, bro. I'm pretty good, man. I can't complain. Had a good day today. Still on vacation for winter break from school, from work. So I'm enjoying myself, man. Laying around a little bit too much, but hey, it'll all be over in a couple of weeks. So I'm gonna be back in action. Everything's going all right with you?
Yeah, man. It's actually my daughter's birthday today, so bear with me, Rob.
Oh, okay, okay. How old did she turn today?
The Big 12.
Big
She
12.
about she at the age she got to learn the post moves now.
That's right. That's right. That's right. But we're going to go ahead and get right on into this NFL action. We got the Denver Broncos, New England Patriots, and the Buffalo Bills have all clinched playoff berths in the AFC. Man, is Denver the best team in the NFL? They post the best record at 12-2. The only other team that I think got a record close to theirs is somebody over there in the NFC. I think it might be the Seattle Seahawks. I think they're 12-3. Denver, the best team in the NFL. Well, listen, it look like they're looking like they're the best team in the NFL right now. They got the best record. They're playing some really good football. They got a good, solid offense. They got a good, solid defense. They've been winning some very, very critical games. They're in the same division with those Kansas City Chiefs, who I believe they've already beaten twice, I think, so far this season. I don't think of course, they don't play again. They only play twice a season. They're in the same division. But right now, Denver is looking really, really good. If I had to say right now, are they the best team in the NFL? I would say yes, but are they playing the best football? There might be some other teams out there that are really clicking right now going into these playoffs, and we'll talk about that a little bit later in the show. But if I had to say right now, I would say that the Denver Broncos is the best team in the NFL right now. What do you say, post game?
I like Denver. I like what they did. They've been doing this season. I picked them to win that division. It looks like they're going to win that division. The best team in the NFL, in my opinion, is the LA Rams. I like what Matt Stafford, Kyron Williams, Puka Nakua is having a heck of a season. That defense is much improved. I like the LA Rams. That's the best team. Even though they just lost to Seattle, I still think the Rams are the best team in the NFL.
All right, all right. So we got Seattle, Chicago, and Philadelphia have clinched playoff berths in the NFC. How much faith do you have in Sam Darnold and the Seattle Seahawks?
None at all, Rob. None at all. I can't do it. I like the Seattle team. I think their defense is legit. But if I got to count on Sam Darnold to be successful, then that's not a team I can ride with. Uh, they don't know which running back they want to use. Sam Darnold is an accident waiting to happen. I think they'll be a solid team, but as far as the elite teams in the NFL go, I can't put Seattle there.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have a lot of faith in Sam Darnold. Now I know that they are off to a really good start. They're 12-3. They got two more games left in the regular season. They've already clinched a playoff berth. I just don't have no faith in Sam Darnold. I'm glad that he is having a really good, successful season. Two back-to-back seasons in a row where he has had some really good seasons here in the NFL, even though there were two different teams. I like the fact that they're playing well, but I just can't see them winning the NFC. I think that they might win their first round game because they're probably going to get a bye, and they'll probably win their first game that they play in the playoffs. But I'm not sold on Sam Darnold in this Seattle team. I just think that some of those other teams in the NFC are playing really, really well right now. You mentioned the LA Rams, who they just beat, but I think in the playoffs, I think the Rams will be able to get them. I also think Philadelphia, if they matched up, will get them too. Maybe even the Chicago Bears. I mean, Chicago's playing really, really good right now as well. They've been really playing good all season. So I'm not sold on Sam Darnold in Seattle. I wouldn't pick them if I was a betting man to win it all. Our man Mossberg of Level Up Sports 10 says, I don't know right now. You also can take a deep look at Seattle team as well as the staff, soon to be all pro. But remember, Seattle counted on Hasselbeck. They ended up winning one with Hasselbeck. No, they didn't win one with that. Well, they might have won one with Hasselbeck. But I ain't sold on Seattle, man. They ain't got the Legion of Boom. I ain't sold on them yet. And he said Chicago is scary. I think Chicago is scary too. Now, they don't have Roma Doomsday. He's been out. So I don't know if that's going to be a deciding factor for Chicago or not, because they're going to really need to get him back at that wide receiver position. Another question we have is, what's a bigger surprise, the turnaround by the New England Patriots or the Chiefs being eliminated from the playoffs? Wow, what do you think about that one, post game?
I think it's the Chiefs by far. You talking about a perennial Super Bowl contender, great coaching staff, one of the greatest quarterbacks ever. It's unbelievable that the Kansas City Chiefs aren't contending for at least a playoff spot this season. So I will go with Kansas City, even though I didn't see the Patriots making this big of a jump. We've seen it before for teams that are one coach away, one player away, situations like that, one offensive tackle away. But Kansas City by far, man. There's just no way you could have told me at the beginning of the season they wouldn't be contending for a playoff spot, especially when they got Rashee Rice back.
Yeah, I agree with you. Mossberg said the Chiefs as well. I agree. It's the Chiefs. Now we did see Drake May last year do a lot of good things for the New England Patriots, so we knew they could possibly be better than what they were last year, because once you find your quarterback, at that point you can win some games if you got a good solid quarterback. And Drake May showed us last year that he was a solid quarterback, and he's played really well this year. But the Chiefs not making the playoffs, being eliminated already, well, I think maybe 3 or 4 weeks ago, they had to win out in order to even make or even have a possible chance of making the playoffs, has to be the most surprising thing in the NFL. Pat Mahomes, considered to be the best quarterback in the NFL, was even in GOAT discussions, up there with Tom Brady and Joe Montana, not making the playoffs. And like you said, and getting Rashee Rice back as well, you definitely thought there was a shoe-in to make the playoffs. But no, the Kansas City Chiefs will not be making the playoffs. Their defense was really, really dormant. They didn't play well, and they could not run the football. Their offensive line was atrocious. I feel like the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals got great quarterbacks, but their offensive lines are horrible. They need to get that offensive line stuff together, man. Otherwise, we might be looking at this time next year, the Chiefs not making the playoffs again. And we thought they was on a real dynasty run here a couple of years ago. And this year they will not make the playoffs. I think that's the biggest surprise in the NFL so far. Mossberg said, dynasty is over in Kansas City. Mahomes' injury moving forward may be the biggest to look at in the years to come. Will he decline or come back better than ever? The verdict is definitely going to be out on that, man. I hope that he can rebound from this injury, come back and be the Pat Mahomes that we've seen in the past. But, as you get older, If you sustain the kind of injuries that we see some of these quarterbacks sustaining, it's kind of hard to get back to form, man. I think the fact that Tom Brady was so good was the fact that he took care of his body. He took care of that and he didn't suffer any major injuries. The way Pat Mahomes plays football and the way he's always under pressure, he is always going to be destined to suffer some type of injury. And he's been injured quite a bit. Our man, Jet Life, he said, Dynasty far from over. Brady went on a decade without winning a ring. Kansas City will be fine. I mean, it's possible. It's possible. You know, we just got to continue to watch football year in and year out and see if they come back to form and turn the corner. I think they can. I mean, whenever you got a quarterback the level of Patrick Mahomes, the reality, and you got a good coach, the reality is you just got to go and get the pieces that you need. Every player out there that's playing on a team that's a good player want to play on a championship caliber team. And if they can go to Kansas City and help them become a championship caliber team again, you're going to find players that are out there in free agency that can help Kansas City do that. So I agree with you, Jet Life. They could definitely get back there for sure.
Yeah, I can see them getting back rather quickly myself. I think first thing first, they need to draft Jeremiah Love if he's available to be drafted when they pick. I think they need to grab him. I think they need to work on the offensive line, and I need that defense to step up and improve. And they can be right there, man. I don't know how the injury is going to affect Pat Mahomes. I would say maybe it won't, just because he can sling the ball. But we'll see. But they definitely need to upgrade that offense, the offensive line in particular. Grab Jeremiah Love and continue to build that defense back up.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. Yeah, he said, yeah, if Love is available, I think that's a for sure. Should be there for sure. Pick in the first round. Okay, SEC Sean, that's cool, man. He said he's sitting at the airport waiting on mom. That's the reason why our man SEC Sean isn't on the podcast with us tonight. He's at the airport waiting on his mom to come in for the holidays from the great state of Arkansas. Tampa Bay and Carolina are both 7-7. That's our man FanDuel Zaya's team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, with 3 games left. If the division champ is under 500, how do you feel about an under 500 team making the playoffs?
I mean, we've seen it before, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see it again this year. Shout out to Mossberg of Level Up Sports 10. When we did our NFL previews before the season started, I believe he picked Carolina to win that division. And I looked at him like he was crazy, but man, he's been right. It looked like Carolina, they got a real strong chance to win that. And who would have thought? But Tampa Bay in Carolina is going to be interesting coming down the stretch these last couple of games because Tampa Bay got Big Mike Evans back. So it's going to be interesting to see if their offense can continue to click. They got receivers everywhere. But, I mean, Carolina, they just I can't even put my finger on what they do well. It's like they just find a way to win at the end of the day. But shout out to Mossberg for that pick, man.
Yeah, I remember him saying that Carolina was going to be there, and it was shocking to me because I thought the career of Bryce Young was dead in the water, man. And Carolina's been able to win some games. I mean, they actually beat the Atlanta Falcons twice. One game, 30-0. So I'm really shocked about this Carolina team. We've seen it in the past where a team under 500 has made the playoffs. I would like to see the NFL get to the point where if a team wins their division and they're under 500, that they just don't let them get in the playoffs. You don't get a representative this year because you're just not. You got to be above 500, in my opinion. And I would like to see them. Whoever wins it, if they're under 500, I'd like to see them get left out the playoffs. Go find the next team available with a winning record to replace them. Lead them out. If you can't do no better than 500, you don't need to make the playoffs, in my opinion. Maybe I'm being a little bit petty, but I feel like, what is that team? I mean, they could get hot. It's the NFL. Anything can happen in the NFL. But I think they should be left out if you can't make it 500. He said money's well spent in Carolina and the young core. Yeah, you would need to get rid of the divisions in that case, SEC, Sean. I agree with you. But since they got divisions, I would like to see them. Because the reality is, if you're playing in your divisional games, you got 6 divisional games, and you go whatever your record is, but then you lose it to all the teams outside of your division that you played, and you end up with a sub 500 record. I don't think you did enough to make the playoffs, in my opinion. But I agree with you. They would probably have to get rid of divisions in order for that to happen. But I would like to see them do it because I don't think they deserve to get in there. Is Houston the hottest team in the NFL right now? And how scary are they?
Yeah, I believe they are. They're super scary, Rob. Now I'm gonna tell you why. Because they got pass rush and they stop the run, and they got good special teams, and they got one of the elite corners in the NFL. Houston is the hottest team in the NFL, and they are scary. I think they could possibly make a run if they get the seeding right and get the right matchups. I think Houston can make a run this season. So it's going to be interesting. That offense is good. It's not super explosive, but it's good enough when you pair it with that defense they got in Houston.
Yeah, that Houston team, man, now that they are healthy and they're playing some really, really good football, their defense is the deal, especially with the way they can get after the passer, the way Derek Stingley is playing on that back end. A guy since 2003 who has more interceptions than anybody in the league in the last couple of years, since 2023. I mean, 5 more interceptions than the next closest guy. That's a lot, man. But when you got the kind of pass rushers they got on that team, a lot of times quarterbacks got to get that ball out their hand, man. And you got a guy like him who is a great cover guy waiting to just get interceptions, man. I think their defense is solid. I think that their offense is starting to pick it up a little bit. I don't know if they've gotten Mixon back yet in the run game, but if he gets back, I'm not sure if he's back or not yet, so don't quote me on that. But if he gets back and they can play, they might be ready to roll.
I don't think Mixon gonna play this season, Rob.
Oh, he done. Okay. Let's see what we got going on in the chat. Oh, okay, yeah. SEC Sean said Mixon is out for the year. And Mossberg is saying, elite everywhere, and Stingley is already Hall of Fame worthy. Whoa, Hall of Fame worthy. Hey, listen, he still got some more work to do. But if he keep it up, he's definitely going to be Hall of Fame worthy. Are there any other things about the NFL that you would like to mention before we get into this NBA action?
Not really. The MVP race is going to be interesting, though, because you got Matthew Stafford and you got Drake May. It's probably going to come down to those two. And me personally, I don't know who to pick between the two. Both seasons have been equally incredible and respectable. So that's going to be a nice race coming down the stretch.
Yeah, I know you. I know you got your party going on, but I got a couple of questions that I would like for you to entertain real quick. Let's first talk about your Colts. They were red hot at the beginning of the season. Their quarterback goes down. How disappointing has that been to lose y'all's quarterback and to start dropping games? I think they've been 1-6 in their last 7 games after starting the season 7-0, I believe, or 6-1.
Yeah, man, it's been real disappointing. It's been tough, but I kind of grown numb to the disappointment. Being a Colts fan the last few seasons, really ever since Luck retired. But um, I mean, they start trending down even before Daniel Jones went out. I think the biggest problem for this team, they just need a franchise quarterback, man. They just had a franchise quarterback. I think the Colts will be all right. They'll be one of the elite teams in the NFL. Daniel Jones, I've said it on this podcast before. I don't think he's it. Yeah, he played well at the beginning of the season. But like I said at the beginning of the season, he's injury prone. Extremely disappointed because they're wasting Jonathan Taylor's prime. Um, that defense is okay, but they need improvements on that side of the ball. Mainly, they need to get healthy. But I mean, what more can I say, Rob? It's been a disappointing year for my coach.
Yeah, y'all traded AD Mitchell to the Jets, and he's actually been playing really well for the Jets. How do you feel about that trade of AD Mitchell going to the Jets, and are you happy for him being able to finally make some noise in the NFL?
Listen, bro, I knew AD Mitchell had the goods. Sometimes it's just the situation you in. You know, once you get a change of scenery, things can really, pop off for you. And he was behind a lot of receivers in Indianapolis. Look, again, I knew he had the goods, and I'm happy for him. I think he's going to thrive given the opportunity.
Last question I got for you on your coach. Anthony Richardson has gotten off the IR. He might be able to practice this week. Would you be looking forward to him starting this Sunday in front of Philip Rivers?
Man, 110%. I think you got to. That's the guy they put their faith in. That's the guy who's dubbed to be the franchise quarterback. I know his career hasn't worked out thus far, like a lot of us have expected. But you gotta remember, man, that kid is younger than Shador Sanders. So uh, I'm hoping that they give him a look and he's able to do something with it because I'm gonna tell you right now, Phillip Rivers is not it.
Yeah, 44-year-old Philip Rivers is not it. You heard it here first. You can clip that. Our man Mossberg of Level Up Sports 10 is saying, will Taylor return to Cincinnati or is his seat lukewarm? Man, his seat is beyond lukewarm. His seat is hot as hell. He needs to go. He needs to go, man. And SEC Sean is saying the same thing, Moss. Taylor, the coach of the Cincinnati Bengals, needs to go. What you think about that one, Post?
I'm out of there. It's time, man. It's just time.
It's definitely time for him to get up out of there, Mossberg. I know you want him to get up out of there because, man, listen, you can't have the kind of team that he has. And they haven't, I mean, even management, I mean, you got a general manager who has not taken care of their number one priority, which is Joe Burrow, man. And I know that they've gotten some guys in the draft on the offensive line, but man, you gotta spend the bill on him, on them linemen, man, and get this guy protected. You can't allow him to be getting murdered year in and year out. And I think maybe since he's been in the league, he's probably been the most sacked quarterback in the league since he got in the league, man. That makes no sense. I remember when my Titans sacked him 9 times. They still won that game though, but he got sacked 9 times. That's ridiculous, man. Jet Life was saying Cincinnati should hire Mike McCarthy and snag a top D coordinator. I wish you was on the show, Mossberg, so you could speak to that. Because I mean, I like McCarthy, but I think he need to have some coaches around him to really help him really thrive as a coach. Did I miss y'all talking about the Chiefs moving to Kansas out of Arrow? Oh no, I didn't know that. So the Chiefs are going to move out of Arrowhead Stadium into Kansas in 2031. Wow, that's interesting. The land must be really cheap out there. So that's probably why they're moving. Oh, they're moving into a dome. That'll be dope. He said, I like Golden. We good. So you like Golden as y'all's defensive coordinator. You think once he gets a couple of years up under his belt, that defense is going to be all right? A $3 billion stadium. Well, listen, I mean, if you got Patrick Mahomes doing what he's been doing the last couple of years, excusing this year, then I will want to give him a nice stadium too. I mean, the Titans are building them a new stadium right next to their old stadium. And I'm thinking to myself, man, listen, the Titans aren't even that old. They only been in Nashville a couple of years, and they're already building another stadium. But, I mean, Nashville is one of those up-and-coming cities where if you've never had a chance to go visit Nashville, you should definitely put that on your bucket list. It's a really, really nice city. Let's go ahead and turn our attentions to the NBA. Excuse me. Can you see the Thunder reaching a regular season NBA win record of 73 wins? They were on pace when they were 26-1. Now I believe they're 26-3. Can you see the Thunder winning 73 games this season?
Man, I say why not? I mean, they're a great defensive team. They got, in my opinion, the best player in the league, the MVP, the reigning MVP, NBA champion, looking to go back to back. I think OKC can if they want to. If they want to reach 73 wins, they can get there. If they don't, and they're more so focused on winning championships than regular season milestones, I'm cool with that also.
SEC Sean said no. They get to 72. Jet Life is saying no. I mean, right now they're 26-3. Now we can say that they can go 52-6. You know what I'm saying? And possibly get there. But I don't, man, 73 wins. I mean, we see Chicago get 72, and we see how long it took for Golden State to bust that 72 up. Can they do it? I mean, it's the NBA, a league where I believe it's not as grueling as it was back when Chicago did it at 72, or even when Golden State did it and got 73. I think they can do it. They got to be willing to grind it out and do the things that it's going to take to win it. They got to also set it as a goal in their mind. Listen, we want to get to 73 wins, and then it's doable. But if it's not something that they're reaching for, or they're waiting to see if they get to a certain point in the season to finally decide they're going to go after it, then it might be too late. But I think if they decide right now, listen, we want to go for the record and go out there and try to make it happen, I think they definitely can reach it. If they got everybody on board as a team that's willing to go after it, I think they can get there. I think that's how Golden State looked at it. They figured, hey, man, listen, we can get to that. We can get to that win total, and I think they can do it. I definitely think they can do it. You funny, SEC Sean. We also got another question about the NBA. Let me find it real quick. Where is it at? Oh, there it is. How important is Wemby for the NBA? Is he becoming the face of the NBA? I know last year when we were talking about the NBA and the face of the NBA, since LeBron is getting older, well, it's old. Steph Curry is on his way out. My man Kevin Durant is on his way out. Did we see an overseas player being the face of the league of the NBA? And I think at that time, everybody who answered that question said no. They could not see a player from overseas becoming the face of the league. But maybe the league is becoming more of a league full of overseas players. So how could it not become the overseas player not become the face of the league? I think that Wembley can definitely become the face of the league. What do you think, post game?
I think they would like to at this point, but the problem with Wimby is his health. We don't know if he's going to be able to stay healthy um, throughout his career. Because if you think about it, if he stays healthy, man, that dude is just a freak of nature. Over 7 foot, dribbling like he's Kyrie Irving or something. I believe they would like Wimby to be the face. But again, the question is, can Mr. Wimby stay healthy?
Yeah, that is definitely the biggest concern for him becoming the face of the league. SEC Sean said he think Luca would be the face of the league before Wimby. I think either one of those could be, both of them could be good candidates for the face of the league, especially the way some of these other players are carrying themselves out in the public. Man, some of the better young players, the way they're carrying themselves out in the public just isn't a good look for an NBA brand that we want the world to see, because it's growing even more every day in all different countries overseas. So I definitely think that it's probably going to end up being a player from overseas that's going to end up being the face of the league. Just my opinion, though. What's your thoughts on NBA teams tanking post game? What's your thoughts on that?
On them tanking?
Tanking, yeah.
I mean, I, I, at this point, man, tanking been going on for so long across so many sports that I mean, I guess I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah, SEC Sean, you're right. We can't forget about SGA as the face of the league too. Yep, you're definitely right about that. I mean, I feel like this, man. In sports, anytime you have a team that is not playing as well and they have an opportunity to get some pieces on their team, I mean, I don't want to see teams tanking. I don't want to see teams going out there not putting forth their full effort and all that other stuff, man. But I get it. You're trying to position yourself so that you can get some pieces that's going to help your team in the future. I just don't like to see the product when it happens. I know when I went to a Cavs game last year when they played um, Dallas, this was and that week, that's when Luka got traded. Then, of course, Kyrie didn't play in that game. And then my man Klay Thompson looked like a bum. I was like, man, I drove all the way to Cleveland. We drove all the way to Cleveland to see this. And it didn't look good, man. It was a bad product. So I don't want to see teams tank, but I would like to see, them find a way to keep it from happening and find a way to teams who are down low in the rankings, find a way for them to get the pieces that they need so that they can be competitive. I want to see some competitive basketball, like I want to see competitive sports all around the board. And if tanking is what a team thinks they need to do to get there, I get it, I understand it, but I don't like it. I definitely don't like it. Let's see what
Yeah,
the Fed got to say about. Oh, go ahead, post. Go ahead.
I think if I had to pick one player to be the face of the league, it'd be SGA. I love his game. That dude put the work in. He a winner. You don't hear about him off the court. So if I had to pick one for now, it'd be SGA.
It'd be SGA, yeah, for sure. SEC Sean said, if it's the Mavericks taking, he said, I'm all for it. Anyone else, I'm against it. Yeah, hey, listen. I wish my 76ers could tank and could get rid of Embiid at the same time. Tanking, and Mossberg said, tanking is the new era of the NBA as well. Yeah, it's becoming prevalent, man. In the NBA, teams are trying to tank to get themselves in position to get a high draft pick. It seems like a lot of times in the draft, there's only about 4 or 5 guys who you know for sure, or you think for sure, are going to be good stars in the NBA. But then we've also seen some guys that we didn't probably think that highly of, that we knew were good, turned out to be really, really talented, man. Really, really talented. I mean, I thought Brunson was good at Villanova. I never thought he would be the player that he is in the NBA right now. I never would have thought that. But, I mean, he definitely proved me wrong because he can go. He can go. Would you like to see an NBA basketball league in Europe?
I don't know about that, Rob. I think it'd be pretty pointless at right now. Maybe years ago they could have did that, but I mean, they best players is coming over to the league. So I mean, what's the sense of having an NBA in Europe? So
I guess it depends on, are they trying to get an NBA league in Europe to rival the NBA? I would hope that's not the case. Now, if it's like some kind of G League or something like that, trying to get some guys prepared, or maybe if it's some sort of expansion, and say they got this league over, because it seems like for in some cases there are some guys who are playing in certain countries where they can't necessarily get a release from their country to come and play in the NBA. I think there's some things, or some laws or something, that, or some hoops that they got to jump through in order to even get to the NBA. If that's the case, I would like to see a league form where those guys, even if it's sort of like what we see in the Olympics, and you got all of these different teams from other countries, if they were playing in the league over there, overseas, and then the eventual champion of that league play the eventual champion of this league, I would like to see something like that. But if it's going to be a league they're trying to rival the NBA, I don't know if I quite like that. If it's sort of like a G League or something, I could see that, but I don't know. I would like to read more about it and see what their thinking is, or what the PR move would be for that. But I mean, if it's something that they think going to compete against the NBA, I don't think I like that. But I would like to see some of the players who don't quite make the NBA here in the States be able to go over there and play some overseas ball. I would like to see that. Oh, Jet Life said he heard Kobe was trying to start a league over in China. I may have heard that before too. Our man
Yeah,
SEC
that's
Sean said, no, unless you're going to have the finals be the NBA versus the NBA Europe. Okay. What was you about to say, Post?
yeah. I heard the same thing about Kobe.
Yeah. There's some conspiracies behind that thing too. So we ain't gonna talk about it on this show though. But yeah, there's some serious conspiracies behind that as well. SEC Sean said the NFL Europe didn't work out too well. Yeah, I think football is still trying to grow overseas. It ain't quite got there yet, even though Texas has a really good defensive lineman who comes by the way of Germany over there in overseas. But I would like to see them do something. My thing is, there's so many people who play basketball, as many avenues as they could possibly open up for them to make money playing basketball. I'm all for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm all for them guys being able to do the thing that they love for as long as they can, as long as they're making some money doing it. But if it's one of those things where a guy is still trying to live out his dreams and he's 35, still trying the ball, nah, man, I'm not for that. But if a guy is, coming out of college and he needs a place he can go and play some ball and earn some money, I'm all for that. And if he has to go overseas to do it in an NBA league overseas, I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that. Let me see what other questions we got out here in the chat. All right, this is the last question I got about the NBA, and then we can talk about anything else y'all want to talk about. Are there any other storylines coming out of the NBA you would like to mention?
uh yeah, man. What do you think about LeBron wearing a toupee every game, Rob?
Man, I'm a firm believer in once your stuff start to go, man, just go ahead and pull it ball head. You know how many ball headed men there are out here in the world, man, and they rocking the ball head, bro. Rock the ball head, man. It's okay, LBJ, my goat. You can have a ball head. The greatest player to ever play, in a lot of people's opinion, is Michael Jordan. He got the coldest ball head of all times. Go ahead and rock a ball head, LeBron. It's okay. You 40 plus years old. We already know that you've been going ball since you was like 28. Go ahead and let that stuff go, man. You don't need to rock a toupee that everybody knows. Everybody knows. It's a toupee. You don't need to do that, man. You don't need to do that. It's not the same as putting in implants for your teeth. Everybody who has missing teeth should get implants. You should get implants. It's okay. But if you're going bald, just cut that stuff off, man. Just cut it off. I know you love LeBron though, post game, and I know you want him to get traded before the trade deadline happens. How do you think your Lakers are going to look if he stays and completes this season?
Yeah, I mean, Lakers will be good. They'll be a top 4 or 5 seed. The problem with the Lakers is they can beat everybody in the West except for those first 4 seeds. So, am I expecting a good season? Strong finish? Sure. Am I expecting a championship? No, sir.
Let me ask you this, and everybody in the chat: would you like to see LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry sit down and say, listen, Next year is going to be our last year in the league. Let's all three go on a farewell tour next season. Since they didn't do it for this season, let's go on a farewell tour next season and go ahead and retire and get on out the game. Would you like to see something like that?
All on the same team?
No. Staying where they at right now. They just all decide, listen, this is going to be my final season for the Lakers. This is going to be my final season for Golden State Warriors. It's going to be my final season for he at Houston, right? Durant is at Houston. Yeah, and this just be their final season wherever they are. Not this year, but next year.
Oh man, I like to see them get that proper due, or just due, and those. AD is sure they're gonna retire next year, bro.
Yeah, you was breaking up a little bit. We couldn't quite understand everything you were saying, but it sounded like you were saying you would like to see all of them get their just due and not all go and retire and have their farewell tour at the same time in the same year. It should probably be staggered. LeBron should go first for sure. I think this year should be his farewell year, in my opinion. I think he should go ahead and go on out the game. But he hasn't announced that, which means he's probably planning on coming back next year. But I thought it would be cool. But now that you mentioned it the way you mentioned it, yeah, I think they all should get their own just due, man, and not have to rival each other on their farewell tour. Let's welcome our man Mossberg of Level Up Sports 10 to the show. How you feeling, Mossberg? Can you hear me?
I'm switching up my audio and everything. Good evening. It's good to see you. Pretty good. All right. No, I had to switch my mic and everything a while.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
How's everything going this evening?
Everything's going good, bro. It's going good. I can't complain. SEC Sean said as long as they don't join up on one team, he cool with that. He cool if they all do their farewell tour during the same year. How do you feel about would you like to see LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and Steph Curry sit down and say, listen, we're gonna go out after this year, man. We're gonna all do our farewell tour at whatever respective team that we're at. Would you like to see them all three go out in the same year?
Ooh, that would be something monumental. I think that would be special for basketball to see three people that we could really debate in this generation. You know, for the younger generation seeing basketball, it would be great for them to see something like this. You know, for them all going on a farewell tour as well, similar to what we would see in some players leaving year after year, retiring. But with these three leaving at 1 year, that would be monumental. That would be something to see. Definitely something to see.
What's your thoughts on Kawhi Leonard and the way he's just his whole career, man? Some of the things that he's done great. Some of the things he's been questioned about over his career in terms of load management and things of that nature. The way he departed from the Spurs, leaving the Toronto Raptors where he won a championship, and now ended up where he's at right now. I think he's at the Clippers. Is that right?
Yeah, he's at the Clippers.
What's your thoughts on him?
It was watching him at San Diego State. He was a player I like. I still like him. But as a fan, some of the things you see these players, go through, I'm questioning myself sometimes, as in what's going on with, the NBA and the whole. Is there something that's deeper than basketball when it comes down to it? Because I haven't really seen him have the love that he had once before when he was in San Antonio, when he won his championship in Toronto. He's just haven't been that same player, since leaving those respective franchises and landing in LA. So, it's something to look at. I haven't read up on it as much as I want to. I'll do more of that, of course, in the coming weeks. Now that we stepping into the basketball a little more, but it's a crazy world. Definitely with this situation, something to look into, and kind of wonder if we could step into the mind and thinking of Kawhi for a change. After reading some of the articles and see what's out there and what his thoughts and what he's saying.
Yeah, it's hard to get a real good grasp on him because he's not a guy who does a lot of talking. He doesn't do interviews and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to get his perspective on things or to get his thinking on things. I hope that once his career is over, somebody that he trusts in the whole media arena will be able to have a sit-down conversation with him. Because I don't want to pass judgment on the guy, but I would like to know what his mindset was, why he did what he did, what was his reasoning behind it. I would like to hear his story, man, because I'm one of those kind of people who I like to hear about people's stories, why they did what they did, so I can get a better understanding of them. Because I definitely don't want to judge anybody based on what people have been throwing out there. But his story is very interesting. I would like to hear his side of it somewhere in the near future. But I think he's another one of those players who should be considering going on his farewell tour pretty soon as well.
Yeah, I agree. And like you said, seeing a documentary, having a better glimpse into a person and hearing their part of the story as well, that's, a way not to, like you said, really judge and have a better, understanding of everything as well. And that's what I do. I can't wait till a documentary drop on Kawhi. I've been looking at a lot of documentaries myself, as the NBA season has been unfolding where we at. That's just something that I do a lot just to get my bird's eye view of a lot of players and just athletes and people in general.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, man. It's always good to be able to hear another guy's side of the story. Because I wasn't a huge Kevin Hart fan, and not that I'm a huge Kevin Hart fan now, but after listening to his audio book of him telling the story, I gained a better respect for who he is and what he does and how he got to where he got to.
Definitely agree.
Regardless of how anybody else might feel about the guy, I enjoy listening to his story.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
Is there anything else you want to cover, whether it be NBA, NFL, college, anything, before we get ready to wrap up? We're right at about 54 minutes into the stream. We want to go for about an hour.
Man, I guess we gonna make it go for an hour. It's some breaking news, I guess, to the people, man. Me and Post Game been doing a lot of talking within the chat. Even I can't remember if I messaged you and told you about it. Me and Post watch a lot of guys on the podcast channels. Shout out to Ryan Clark, Taylor, as well as Crowder, and what they do on the Pivot, man. We avid studiers of the Pivot podcast, man, and we are about to bring not similar. We coming in our own version. Post and Mossberg, we're gonna be bringing conversations and such to you as well. We will be letting you know what time we're gonna have our first conversation coming up, and that's gonna be a new episode, new drop coming soon, and we'll get in the chat and talk about that more. So, if there's anyone out there that want to sit down with us and have that discussion, we want to take a deep dive inside your brain, not to put you out there on the spot, but just understand life and where you at in life and just the growth in life and things that we've learned and that we could bring to the people and tell them, also pertaining to sports also. So just something that we're going to be doing as well as City League TV. I'm looking for that Friday night banger this weekend. So we'll definitely be working on that. We don't know what we'll be doing, but we definitely going to be out this week. Definitely going to be coming with the show this weekend for the college basketball. More NBA talk as you see the rankings changing. Big AJ DeBonsa fan. I'm a BYU fan now. I switched over from Kentucky, as I told people, I believe last week. So yeah, Mossberg is a big BYU fan. AJ DeBonsa. I've been reading documentaries. I've been studying this kid, man. It's just an awesome story, man. And like you said, when you get a deep dive into someone, you get a different liking. And this kid is someone that I have a special liking to after really diving into everything that he is about and his walk of just natural life itself. So um, outside of that, I'm going to be bringing you my story. 2026, Mossberg is going to definitely be bringing you his story. I'm tapping into a lot of people that I've known over, my lifetime, as well as sports world, tapping into. We got some great conversations. Not going to let you know who. Buckeye Nation, just be prepared for one of the conversations that we'll be having. Not going to tell you what sport that they play, but just be prepared for a great conversation that I've been in the works with, talking to someone special for. And outside of that, man, just thankful to be able to have the opportunity to do what we do on a daily basis, weekly basis, man. And I appreciate you. Not really much more that I have to tap into with the upcoming. And I do apologize about the noise. I'm at work, about to get on that clock, cooking late night shift tonight, of course. So just, man, appreciate everyone that tunes in on a daily, on a weekly, checking out our shorts, our videos. Go like and subscribe, man. Make sure you watch. Go check out some of the things we talk about from last year, even up to this point, man. We definitely try to keep to our word and what we do and what we talk about. So other than that, that's really, everything that I had to tap into and really let the people know about.
Cool. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna check in on Ruben Dominguez from A&M. I'll check that out, SEC Sean. Uh, Hopefully your mom makes it in safely, man. We wishing for safe travels for her. Happy
Yes.
12th birthday to our man Post Game 86 daughter. She turns 12 years old today. So big ups to her. That's awesome, man. And we'll be talking again on Thursday is Christmas. I don't know. We might do an early show.
You
I
might
don't
drop
know
it
if we're
special.
gonna be doing that 7:45. That's the show. But we definitely will be doing something maybe earlier that day. We might even do something tomorrow at some point, maybe early morning or early afternoon. But we'll keep y'all posted. Make sure that you subscribe to all these channels at the bottom, and make sure you hit that notification bell so anytime we're going to go live, you will be able to check us out. We said she should land soon, hopefully. Yeah, hopefully she'll land soon, and you'll be able to give mom a great big old hug from everybody here at WTP Sports.
Yes, sir. Safe travels, SEC Sean, man. Like you said, man, tune in to all the channels at the bottom. You see it. That's the man WTP for life that put us all together. I'm Mossberg, Level Up Sports 10. We got Parlay Poe of Blitzburg. We got Post Game 86. We got City League TV, and that is on Facebook as well. And it's Safe FanDuel Zay, but that's going to be one take Zay. And he going to be dropping bombs on y'all soon enough. And we not talking about Iraq or nothing illegal, but it's going to be bangers like we do. And SEC Sean, man, make sure you tune in to his channel as well. And make sure, man, you just, like you said, notifications on. We're going to be bringing you everything special. I think we're going to get in the chat, man. We might have to drop something for the holiday since it's all about the giving spirit and giving back, man. We might have people tap into the chat, dropping the cash app, man. The first person to maybe drop their cash app 10 or 50 times with the most comments during a live stream, we'll bless them with a cash app. We're going to get in the chat. We're going to talk about that, see what we could come up with. Just in a giving spirit, man, and just being able to bless someone as Uncle is a blessing to us, giving us this platform. I think it's only right in doing that. So we'll get in the chat, we'll heat it up, and we'll talk about that, man. And we appreciate everyone tuning in. Safe travels to mom coming in, and happy holidays to everyone out there. We appreciate you wholeheartedly.
Yeah, for sure. And anybody that's out there in the chat, man, if y'all ever want to join the show with us and just talk some sports with us, let us know. Hit us up on either one of our channels, one of our emails, or say something to us in the chat. Send us your emails. We would love to have you on the show talking sports with us as well. You don't always have to be in the chat. We welcome you to join the show as well. Just make sure everybody hit that like button, subscribe, and share our video. We also are open to super chats too. If anybody ever want to do any super chats at WTP Sports News while we're going live, you can do that as well.
Yeah, make sure y'all drop them super chats, man. Get us moving, man. That's what we do. We love it. We're gonna keep it coming. So, man, it's just a blessing to do what we do, man. And it's gonna be nonstop. Stay tuned to the high school streams on City League TV. And we're going to be bringing them to you here live as well, giving you all the greatest action in the City League sports. Just stay locked in. And don't forget, man, bring us your conversation. We want you to come live, tell us your story, man. That's what it's about.
All right, bro. I'll see you soon, Mossberg. Thanks for joining, bro.
Man. Appreciate it, man. Peace. Love.
All right. Peace.